Windup Watch Show, New York City 2025, last call. What is going on? You have found me in the studio, back from my travels, enjoying a little bit of memory lane as I go through the visitor's guide for the Windup 10th anniversary show in New York City. Had an absolute blast going out there to the N, the Y, the C. Got to shoot 6 or 7 episodes, something like that, and wanted to put a little intro outro on this episode because my very good buddy Type B Flieger stepped up to the plate and took on a project job for me as cameraman and interviewer of a very cool brand that I didn't get to interview myself because of time commitments and just frankly time slippage. But also real quick, in the background here we've got some artwork from Ben Lee, inkdial.co.uk, an amazing artist covering all things horological, and even got some James Bond vehicleage in there right there. So kind of playing around with this space behind my coconut. Going to feature some art back there from time to time. And Ben Lee is certainly a friend of the channel and an amazing artist, well worth checking out. So, in today's episode, I didn't conduct any of this interview, which is why you don't see me, you don't hear me, but my very good friend did it on my behalf, did an amazing job. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you very much. And it's covering a watch brand called Mr. Jones. I ran into my buddy out there at the show, and as we were tooling around, I also got to speak to the team at Mr. Jones. And I was really taken by some of their watches, just the fun of it, the engagement with the artists that create the unique dials and so forth. I was just very impressed with it. I just didn't end up having the time to interview them myself. So very grateful for him for doing it. And I actually really got to enjoy watching the video as well. I sometimes watch my own stuff, but really enjoyed watching it and stitching it up, putting it together. Without further ado, Mr. Jones.
Yes, so we are Mr. Jones Watches, and we're a London-based brand. So we collaborate with different artists and graphic designers. That is why all the watches look a bit different. But the brand started with our founder, Crispin Jones. So he's an artist, and he likes to play with daily objects, like for example watches and telephones, and how the users interact with them. And one of the few objects he created was different kind of watches that play with the concept about how we interact with time or how we play with time. So for example, the Accurate, it has in the hands that remember you will die and like a mirror effect. And yeah, so after creating these objects, he sold the watches and he did really well. And he thought, okay, let me do more of this. So now we create all the watches in-house, and we collaborate with different artists. And the watches in the beginning, we used to make them in China, but it took like a lot of time and back and forth to get the final design. So he thought, okay, what if we do the watches in UK and in-house? So we are really good, and we keep learning about how to do the dials. So everything from the assembly of the watches, but also the pad printing of the dials. And the designs are made in our workshops in South London. And we keep always exploring different techniques and different ways how we can improve the dials and be more creative in the way we tell the time. He wanted to challenge the way we use watches, even if it's like a very, very classic object or like an object that is being around for a long time. So he wanted to create like different ways to use the dials or the movements and being very playful with that. And he's someone who really likes or enjoys to support young people or like artists. So we always want, every time we collaborate with an artist, we want the watch to be the best representation of this artist's work or style. And I feel like we really achieved that. Like for example, we perfectly use this afternoon Crystal Devils. He's like a children's illustrator, and perfectly uses afternoon. It's about enjoying it's based in this Chinese proverb about it's about if you can spend an afternoon enjoying doing absolutely nothing, you have learned how to live. And you can see someone floating in the pool, like enjoying the sun, doing absolutely nothing, and We feel like, you know, all of our watches have a feeling or transmit a different kind of emotion. And this one, for example, is our bestseller, and it's been around for a few years. Yeah, so we feel like the watch industry is quite traditional, and we wanted to do something that brings joy to people and is more playful, and to use the dials in a different way. And I feel like we excel on that because we, instead of using regular hands, we play with different like transparent disc on the dial, or the way even like the things align between the minutes and the hour disc. Yes, so we create a version of our number cruncher. It's this design with a monster eating numbers all the time. We like to do like exclusive edition just for the weekend of the Winds Up. So we did one for Chicago, one for San Francisco, and we did one last year for New York and one this year. Because we are sold out, unfortunately, I cannot show you how it looks like, but we have like an image, and it's basically number crunching dressed as the Statue of Liberty, with the like soft green color, and with the Empire State Building in the background with colors. And we are very happy because we feel like it's one of our regular or bestseller watches, and it's an ode to be here in New York for the Wind Up. And people have loved it, and we sold out yesterday, the 40 pieces we create. So one of my favorite things of working with Mr. Jones Watches is the team. I feel like we're very lucky because we have such a great team and full of creative people. And it's nice to be surrounded of so many creative and talented people, and people who are very good at technical stuff as well. And my favorite watch, I love all of them, but I have a soft spot for the Ascendant. So it's designed by Marion Laves, and she creates like a gilded, huge gilded Japanese style balance. And she used precious metals like gold or palladium. So this one, for example, is called the Ascendant, and is part of a collection of 4 elements. Ascendant being the element of earth, and it's about enjoying the journey. So you can see like it's the dial is being gilded and the disc with palladium applied by hand behind the glass. And on the top of the tree, you can see the hour, but then instead of numbers for the minutes, it has different stars. And it's a jump hour movement. And let me show you how you can read it. So when the moon is in the horizon, it's o'clock, and then little yellow star is past 5. Medium yellow star is past 10, and then when you get one of each, is past 15, and so on. And I really love it because it's like an art piece and like a jewelry piece. And I always say it's like the most mysterious watch that we have in the collection. Yeah, so we want to keep exceeding and representing the artist with the best possible final design, and figure out ways how we can be better, like at creating more original dials, but also like improving like our technical side as well, so it's at the same level as the design part. And we are really looking forward to keep learning and like perfecting all the aspects of our watches. Yeah, so a lot of our watch technicians have a background in jewelry or in printing, and I personally feel very proud because I feel like the watch industry is like a very masculine industry, and women will love watches as well. So I feel like a sense of pride that organically in our company we have so many women being super talented and super good at what they do. And yeah, for me it's personally another reason why I love working here.
There you have it, Mr. Jones, courtesy of my Bruda, Type B Flieger. Thank you, my man. Major shout out to you, sir. And shout out to that team at Mr. Jones. Keep doing it, Jonesy and team. I was really excited to experience your watches. I kind of wish I had the mind, the cognizance to purchase the actual New York edition of that one model. That's kind of cool. This is really cool, actually. Maybe I'll have to reach out to you and see if I can borrow one of your watches. I'm really pleased with the coverage my buddy did, and they're just fun watches at an affordable price point. You're getting an awful lot of contemporary art on there, and so very happy to share a bit of their journey and their watches here on the channel. So hope you enjoyed it as well, and that wherever you are in this wonderful, beautiful hobby of ours, you're doing well, and that you're blessed. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. If you'd like to support the channel, head over to hobbyofhours.com. We've got artwork, coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts, and even a watch book. 1001 Watch Designs, Volume 1. Over 1,000 designs in here. Steampunk, super futuristic, kaleidoscope, even super real ones. Watches that you could probably put on your wrist today. It's a great way to support the channel. Thanks for coming along on the ride.